My dear student of 7th class, I have already taught you the chapter heat. And regarding this chapter, now I am going to start the question answer session for this chapter. The questions are from NCERT, page number 42, heat chapter. I have already taught you this chapter. One part is balance lifted, that is why we want to wear a white cloth in summer season and why we want to wear a woolen cloth in winter season. And a third question is why a numbers of layers of the woolen cloth is more comfortable, more warm in respect of a single thick layer of the wool. Right? First question. Why we want to wear white clothes in summer season or light colored clothes? Just I am wearing this shirt of white. Why? It is a summer season. The reason is, the answer is, white color is able to reflect the total heat and light energy from its surface. Like white color or very light color are able to reflect the total heat energy and light energy from its surface. The white color or light colors does not absorb heat energy. And then when we wear a white colored cloth in summer, then the whole heat energy and light bounce from the white surface and we feel comfortable in summer season. The second question, why we want to wear a woolen cloth in winter season? My children, the wool is porous. It has a gap between their fiber and fabrics, and they absorb air in that porous ocean. And we know that air is not a very good conductor of heat energy. It is behaves like an insulator. An insulator is that substance through which heat energy is not passes. It means the insulator does not allow to pass the heat energy through itself. And a conductor for heat energy is that material through which heat energy flows easily. So air is insulator. It does not allow to pass the heat energy through itself. And the woolen cloths are porous and they absorb air from atmosphere. And when we wear the woolen cloths, then our body has capacity to maintain its temperature. It balances our body temperature, the system is there, present in our body. When it is winter season, every time the body wants to maintain the temperature. But when we are not wearing the woolen cloth, then the atmosphere is cool and the temperature which is made by our organs, body system, is transmitted in the environment and we feel cold. But when we wear the woolen cloth, my students, then when the body maintains its temperature at 24 degrees centigrade, after that, the heat energy does not comes out through the woolen cloth because in the porous parts of the woolen cloth, the air is trapped by the woolen cloth and it is insulated. So the heat energy inside the woolen cloth is maintained and we feel comfortable. From outside also, the coldness, the nature of heat also, it is coldness is also the nature of the heat energy. That unable to eat in the or touch our body and thereafter we feel comfortable in winter season when we wear a woolen cloth. And third question I arise that in winter season, why we want to take a number of thin woolen cloths in night in place of one thick blanket. The reason is, my children, just I have given the answer in the previous question. When you lay out a number of layers of woolen cloths, then between the two layers of the woolen blankets, which are thinner, trap air between the gap, and that behaves like an insulator, and then we feel comfortable because the heat does not emit from our body to the atmosphere, and the coolness does not touches our body. These are the answer of the three questions which are very, very important for your examination point of view. Now I am going to describe the answers of the question given in your NCERT book on page number 45. This chapter. You open your books. If you are showing this live telecast, I am reading the questions. I am reading the questions from the NCERT book. And you read that questions simultaneously in this period, and then I will describe the answer. First question is state similarities and difference between the laboratory thermometer and the clinical thermometer. I have taught you about the laboratory thermometer and the clinical thermometer. I have described that in clinical thermometer, first, its range is from 35 degrees centigrade to 42 degrees centigrade. And the range of the laboratory thermometer is from minus 10 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade. This is the first difference between the clinical thermometer and the laboratory thermometer. The second point is clinical thermometer measures the body temperature of human body. In respect of this, the laboratory thermometer measures the temperature of any other object in the laboratory. Second point. Third is the clinical thermometer has a kink. You remember the diagram of the clinical thermometer, which is similar to this diagram. See it? I am drawing a diagram of clinical thermometer. And here a narrow hole is present in this. And here is a kink. Here is a kink in the clinical thermometer, and this part is filled with mercury, Hg. The chemical formula of the mercury is Hg. Here Hg is present. which is very shiny when light falls on the mercury, its layer, its shine very fine. And here it is bending in the narrow wood that is called kink. I have already described about this. And the kink helps in which function? When you measure the temperature of human body, suppose you have measured 37 degrees centigrade in the thermometer. The mercury rising up to this point, and when the thermometer comes out from the human body, the environment is not so hot. Due to this, the mercury starts to fall. To prevent the falling of the mercury level, there is a kink in the level clinical thermometer. It is clinical thermometer. It prevents the falling of the mercury, and that portion is called kink. And in laboratory thermometer, the kink is not present. These are the 3 and 4. I have already described the range of the clinical thermometer is from 35 to 42 degrees centigrade, and the range of the laboratory thermometer is from minus 10 degrees centigrade up to 110 degrees centigrade. You also know the normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees centigrade, and the temperature of boiling water is 100 degrees centigrade. The water starts to boil at 100 degrees centigrade. Another unit of the temperature is Fahrenheit, and third, we describe a relation between the centigrade and Fahrenheit at the last of this session. The second question, and if anyone asks you that what are the similarity between the clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer, then your answer is both measures the temperature of the human body or any of them. They measure the temperature. One similarity and the another similarity, both have a narrow glass tube which have 2 ends. One is closed and one end have a bulb with filled with mercury, and in some cases alcohol is present in the laboratory thermometer. These are the similarity. The question is what is different, but here I also describe the similarity of the thermometers, clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. The second question from the NCERT book, give 2 examples each of conductors and insulator of the heat energy. Just I have described what is conductor, a material which allows to flow the heat through itself is called conductor for the heat energy. And the insulator is that substance through which heat energy is unable to travel from one place to another place. For example, every metal except lead, mind it, every metal are good conductor of heat energy. For example, aluminum, copper, iron, and so on, so many metals. And every non-metals are insulated. And the best insulator is this dias wood. The plastic, the switches are made by the plastic. The plastic is also an insulator for the heat energy. You have got the answer of this question. So many examples I have given you for the conductor and insulator of the heat energy. The third question is fill in the blanks. The first, the hotness of an object is determined by its what factor? The hotness I have described. Hotness means what? When the heat energy comes from any object to our body, then we tell that the object is hot. And hotness is due to difference in temperature. If the temperature is high of an object with respect to our body, then we say that the object is hot. It means the answer is temperature. The hotness of an object is determined by its temperature. If temperature is high, the object is more hot, and if the temperature is low, then we say that it is less hot. And if its temperature is zero, then we say that the object is cool. Yes, you have understood the answer. And the third, temperature is measured in degree. What is the unit of the temperature? Just you learn degree Celsius, 37 degrees Celsius. We describe the degree in Celsius scale in thermometer. Now the next question, no media is required. Remember, heat transfer from one place to another place. The three-way conduction, convection, and radiation. Remember the definition of these. Question is, no medium is required for the transfer of heat by the process of what? Remember, my children, if my IT sector is so strong that you are able to give the answer and I will hear the answer, then it is very pleasant chance for me. But here, I am getting your answer. You are saying that radiation is a process in which the heat energy travels from one place to another place without any medium. It does not need any material or medium to travel from one place to another place. The example is the heat energy coming from the sun. It is the best example for the radiation. The second example, your room heater. In winter season, your father has started the room heater and then you are feeling pleasant, but sitting 10 to 15 meters away from the heater. How the heat energy reaches to your body? The process is radiation. The E question. A cool steel spoon is dipped in a cup of hot milk. You are laughing that you are knowing the answer. And what is the question? You are able to understand. Why a cool steel spoon dipped in a cup of hot milk? It transfers heat to its other end by the process of, you have learned this process. The materials are made with help of tiny particles, and in other words, by atoms. And the design, the existence of these tiny particles are compact. There is no gap between the particles. I am drawing a diagram. They are far away from each other, but in actual position, they are completely in contact with each other. And when you are hitting this in by this candle, then what happens? The particle of this ink is heated. one time comes when the particle is unable to contain the heat energy given by the source. So what he will do? He will transfer the heat energy to its partner particle, which is present behind him or in front of him, in the side of him. The particle distribute the heat energy in so many directions. Means, example, in our school, in your 7th class, a container is given in front of the monitor, and in that container, white rasgulla are present in a large number. Okay? And the Pradhan sir had told that you monitor if this whole rasgulla is a khaja, what happens? One student is able to eat 5, 6, 7, 8 rasgulla from the container. Then what happens? The monitor sent the rasgulla to its colleagues. When he is full, then he starts to transmit the rasgulla from another colleague, and in this way, the rasgulla reaches to the last person, and the container is empty. What you are showing in this phenomena, one student has the ability to eat 10 rasgullas. After that, he is giving the rasgulla to another person. When that second person is fulfilled, then he is giving the rasgullas to the third person. And this is also occurs in this phenomena when a particle gets sufficient heat, then it emits the heat energy to the another particle. And in this way, the heat energy travels from this end to this end, and this end becomes hot. This is hot, and this is also hot. You have got the answer, and the process is called conduction. This process is called conduction. A spoon is dipped in a cup of hot milk. It transfers heat to its other end by the process of conduction. The last pyramid lies in cloths of khali black colors absorb heat better than the cloths of the light color. You have just learned that white colored cloths reflect, bounce the heat energy. And the colored cloth, and if that is black, then it is absorb the total heat energy. It means in summer season, the black is comfortable to wear. Wear on body and you will warm. And when you wear the white color clothes in winter season, you are unable to feel the warmness. The question answer is clothes of black color, because black color absorbs the total heat energy. This is the last fill up the blanks. Now match the following. I hope that you are with your book and you are showing the questions. Match the following. First, in left side, the first is land breeze blows from during. Land breeze blows during. Remember, I have taught you. What is land breeze? When air blows from land to sea. That is called land breeze. And when it blows at night, when the sea is hot and the sand is cool, And due to this, the land breeze is formed. Land breeze blow in night. Sea breeze blows during day. Sea breeze means air blowing from sea to land, and houses present on the beach of the sea feels cool without air conditioning because the cool air are reaching. So the windows of the houses on sea beach in the direction of the sea to get the sea breeze, the cool wind and the sea breeze blow in daytime. And the third, dark colored clothes are preferred during in which season? You know, right answer in winter season. And the light colored clothes are preferred during right answer in summer season. My children, all things are described just before 1 minute, and you are able to give the answer. Now the fifth question, discuss why wear more layers of cloth during winter keeps us warmer than wearing just one thin piece of the clothing. I have given the answer of this question previously, my children. I know that in your note, in your books, your batchmates, your predecessors have written BBI. The book is present in front of me on that. On fifth question, it is written BBI. So I have described the answer before. And look at the figure 4.13. You are showing a figure on your notebook. Just I am focusing that with the help of this camera, and then I will describe that. See that photographs on your book. A tripod stain is there. In bottom, there is a Bunsen burner. On the tripod stains, there is a wire gauge. On that, a pot is present, whose bottom is in black color, and the pot is containing some quantity of water. This is the diagram. This is the figure. Yes, my children. No, I am going to describe the answer of this question. Mark where the heat is being transferred by the conduction, by convection, and by radiation. You have to mark in which part the heat is proceeding or transferred by conduction in the handle of the container or the body of the container also conduction occurs. Convection, the water is heated by the process of convection, and from the flame of the burner, the radiation is occurring. And also from the body of the pot, radiation also occurs. Okay, my children, the seventh question. In the place of hot climate, it is advised that the outer walls of the houses be painted white. Explain. You have got the answer to this question. Just before I have described the white color bombs the total light and heat energy. It does not absorb the light and heat. And when your building's walls, outer walls are painted with white color, then in summer season, when the sun is very hot, the rain falls on the building and the white color bombs the total heat and light energy in the environment. Thereafter, your building not become heated and you feel cooler in your houses. I think that it is clear, very clear. Now, 1 liter of elemental problem is here. I am going to describe, I am going to solve on blackboard. Just I am erasing. Just show you. Just check this. I am unable to erase blue color. Yes, yes. I am unable to erase this writing on blackboard, but I will solve your answer. At first, you hear the question, you learn the question. 1 liter of water. The volume of the water is 1 liter at 30 degrees centigrade. Suppose here is the container and it had 1 liter water. 1 liter in this container. Okay, my children? And the temperature of this water is 30 degrees centigrade. The temperature is 30 degrees centigrade. If you want to increase the temperature of the water, you have to gain heat energy to the water. And you know that heat energy travels from higher level to lower level. Means, if the temperature of any object is less in respect of another, then if it is A, if it is there A, if it is there A, and its temperature is 30 degrees centigrade, and if another asphere having low temperature, that is B, and it has 10 degrees centigrade temperature, then what happens? You know that the heat energy travels from higher level to lower level. And where the heat energy is excess, the temperature is high. Where the heat energy is less, the temperature is low. It means the heat energy travels from this to this. And when the temperatures are equal of both objects, it means if the 10 degrees centigrade reaches to this D, then the temperature is 20 degrees centigrade of the D, and 10 degrees centigrade minus of this, then the temperature of the A is also 20 degrees centigrade. Then the transfer of heat energy is stopped, my children. Now, see the question. 1 liter of water, 30 degrees centigrade, is mixed with 1 liter of water, 50 degrees centigrade. And 1 liter water is poured in this. The volume reaches to this, and the temperature of this water is 50 degrees. Here, the temperature of this is 30 degrees centigrade, and the temperature of this is 10 degrees centigrade, like this. The temperature of this 1 liter water is 50 degrees centigrade. It is coming in contact with 30 degrees centigrade. Then it means heat energy propagate from this 50 degree to 30 degree till the temperature of both liquid is same, and to get that value 50 plus 30 degrees centigrade by 2 means 80 degrees centigrade by 2, that is 40 degrees centigrade, and the temperature of the solution is 40 degrees centigrade. This is your question. And the option is between 30 degrees centigrade and 50 degrees centigrade. 40 degrees centigrade exists between the 30 degrees centigrade and 50 degrees centigrade. The ninth question: an iron ball at 40 degrees centigrade is dropped in a bulb containing water at 40 degrees centigrade. Wonderful. A container is here. It contains water and its temperature is 40 degrees centigrade. And a ball, this ball is also at 40 degrees centigrade and it comes in the water. Then what happens? The temperature of the both, the ball and the water is same. So heat energy does not travel from ball to water or water to ball. Think the answer. The options are flow from iron ball to water, not flow from iron ball to water or from water to iron ball. C is flow from water to iron ball, and D option is increase the temperature of both. And I believe that you are able to give the answer, and the answer is B. Not flow from iron ball to water or from water to iron ball. Now the team number question. A wooden spoon is dipped in a cup of ice cream. It's ordering you children. My guys, you just learned that some objects are insulated for the heat energy, and wood is the first. The heat energy does not flow in the wood, and the spoon is made up of wood. Then what happens? The heat energy does not flow from this end, which is in the contact of the ice, to this end. Or the temperature of this end, the heat energy does not flow from here to the ice. Your answer is this. Choose the option. The options are becomes cooled by the process of conduction. Wrong. Because wood is not a good conductor of heat energy. Becomes cooled by the process of convection. It is wrong because wood is not a good conductor of heat energy. Becomes cooled by the process of radiation. Also, wood is not a good conductor of heat energy. The last option does not become cooled. It is right. And the last question of this session. A stainless steel. In your houses, you use the stainless steel pots in your kitchen. A stainless, an object on which a spot is not made by any process. Dark red, stainless steel, dark red steel. Stainless steel pens are usually provided with copper bottom. You see, the pen which are costly, whose bottom is made up of copper, and the whole body is made by steel. What is the reason? My children, just I am taught that every metal is good conductor of heat energy, but they are different between their conductivity. The copper is more better good conductor of heat energy with respect to the steel, And when the bottom of the pane is made up of copper, then heat energy easily travel by this route, and the material in the pane is easily heated by using a less heat energy. And if the bottom is made up of iron, then it is not so good conductor in respect of copper, then we require more heat energy to heat the substance present in the pane. I think that the answer is clear, and the options are copper bottom makes the pin more durable, wrong, steel is more durable than copper. Such paints appear colorful. There is no need in the cooking Euclid for color. And the third, copper is a better conductor of heat than the stainless steel. It is right, just I described that copper is more good conductor of heat energy in respect of steel. And the last option is copper is easier to clean than the stainless steel. Easier to clean than the stainless steel. It is also not right. My children, I believe that you learn very well the questions answer of this chapter, and I hope when the school is open, your notebook is ready with this question answer and the full notes of the heat energy. Please read in your houses at least 10 hours. 2 hours math, 2 hours science, 2 hours SST, 2 hours Hindi, English, and also 2 hours Sanskrit and GK. Very necessary to learn 8 hours to 10 hours per day, my children, because what happens further about the lockout, we do not know. So beware for your study, and a last request to my children about the Corona-19. Beware from this disease. Don't come out from your houses. Open your shoes outside the house. And the last request is very, very requesting that be careful for your grandparents, grandmother, and grandfather. They are in the range of Corona-19. It attacks on the older person more. So please, please, please be careful for your grandfather and grandmother. God bless you. Thank you. कितने मिनट हुआ राजा बेटा 40